Yo, what is up, Diamond family? It's your man Vivi, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I am here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and mix your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around, man. Look, I got a really crazy video for you guys today. We're talking about mixing those Gunna type vocals. All right, you want that new modern rap sound that's wavy, you floating on the beat? I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to get that vibe right now. All right, I'm not even gonna over talk it. We're gonna jump right into the track. But look, man, if you're still struggling to get your vocals to sit inside the beat and kind of balance themselves out perfectly every single time, you have to check out my free course down below. It's gonna completely change the game for you. It's gonna teach you my simple technique for balancing out your vocals and your beat perfectly every single time. All right, it takes about 15 minutes. It's completely free, so check that course out down below. All right, we got the boring stuff out of the way. Let's dive into the track and teach you guys exactly what you need to do to get these Gunna vocals. Let's get it.
22 shots at the Glock, hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op, grab the chop, now he catching his shell. To the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven, them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga, I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how.
All right, cool. So as you can hear, the song already sounds kind of cool. The vocal, it doesn't sound bad because if you look at the waveform, it's already pretty consistent. I think we tracked this vocal pretty well. We did a good job of dialing in compression as we tracked it, and we just did the things necessary to make sure that it came out good. Like we set the proper recording distance. He used good proper mic technique. We gain staged well. All of those things are so crucial to make sure that your vocals fit inside the beat, and it's just going to be easier to affect them and get them to that finished sound that you're after. All right, so let's dive into what we need to do with this vocal. I'm going to use Slate Digital for this, so let's go ahead and you can see I was using the CLA when we tracked it. Let's take that off. Let's take off, I think I was using the Mani, and there's a lot of different plugins up here we're going to get rid of. What I'm also going to do is just mute out the effects bus, because that's what's really making the vocal sound kind of cool right now. So let's listen to the vocal now dry, basically, without anything on it besides tune, and see what it sounds like.
22 shots at the Glock, hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op, grab the chop, now he catching his shell. To the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven, them bullets get hotter than hell.
And so if you're struggling to get your vocals and beat to balance, I'm going to give you a quick little tip. If you go over to the mixer, especially if you're using one of my templates, if you go over to the mixer and let me open up the mixer, my bad. So if you go over to the mixer and you go towards the end of your mix, you're going to see your music bus and your all vocals bus. Watch the levels on these 2 meters, and they're going to be almost identical. They're going to be basically living in the same area. And if they are, you know you've got a pretty good balance between vocals and beats. So watch this.
The Glock, hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op, grab the chop, now he catching his shell. To the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven.
And as you can see, it looks like the vocal is just ever so slightly louder than the beat. So we're probably going to tuck the vocal a little bit, but you also notice we've got no red lights, nothing's clipping. So this is a great time to engage our clipper. So I'm going to grab a clipper right here just before we go into the actual vocal effects, because I think when we do this, it's going to help us to mix the vocal just a little bit easier. We're going to hear things better and more clearly. So let me load up this clipper and engage my favorite preset. And then from there, we'll go ahead and get it. Let's do it.
The Glock, hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op, grab the chop, now he catching his shell. To the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven, them bullets get hotter than hell.
And so I think the vocal is too loud because you guys remember I just took off that compressor. I didn't realize that was up there, so I balanced the track out without using or without listening to that without compression. So the balance is a little bit off. Let's fix it now. I'm going to grab a virtual mix rack and we're going to dive right into mixing this vocal. So the first thing that I always add to every channel on my mix is a channel strip emulation, and this is to make your mix sound more analog, give it more of that natural, real industry feel. For me, you don't have to use Slate Digital for this. You can use the Waves NLS channel. There's options with Plugin Alliance or whatever you use. There's generally an option to emulate a channel strip. So let's go that way. I'm using the Brit 4K, which is just an SSL mixing board, and let's load up some compression. So it's already pretty well compressed. I want to control the really fast stuff though, so I'm gonna grab a distressor first.
The Glock, hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op, grab the chop, now he catching his shell. To the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven, them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga, I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail. Got a beam on the Glock, knock 'em right out of sock. Now I'm knocking, I don't got a bill.
And so you'll notice that once we turn that vocal down just a little bit, it helped everything to kind of slide together a little bit better. It kind of fits in a little bit better. The song sounds a little more cohesive, right? That's what we were after. So I like our compression. It's pretty fast. It's like less than 1 millisecond. But what it's doing, actually, I don't know if this is in milliseconds or not, but we have it set to less than 1 with it using the distressor. And we're getting 3, 4, sometimes 5 dB of gain reduction. It's going really quickly. You might see me come back and mix this in, though, depending on how the rest of the channel goes. So the rest of the vocal chain. So after this distressor, let's grab some EQ. And for that, I like to use a lot of times the API style EQ. Now this API EQ is a lot of times, well, it's kind of legendary or known for using in rock music, but there's so much saturation and texture to Gunna's vocals that I think it's going to work well here. So let's try it.
The Glock hit him right in the top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching the shell. Till the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail.
So I'm just sweeping through the frequencies and seeing what really stands out to me, and that's what I'm going to cut. I think there's probably also an issue at 300, so I'm going to check there.
The Glock hit him right in the top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching the shell. Till the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail. Got a beam on the Glock, knock 'em right out of sock. Now I'm knocking, I don't got a bill. Fuck the phone, cause I don't need your help. While I'm gone, can you catch on my cells? If you don't, I'ma do it myself.
And so you'll also notice when you're listening to Gunna's vocals, there's not a crazy amount of like high end. The vocals are really clear. You can hear everything that's said, but it's not a whole lot of high end. It doesn't sound super hi-fi in that way. So we want to make sure you can see I'm using the Eminem trick, the Eminem API trick. And if you haven't learned that one, check out the video, man. It's a super cool trick that you can use on your vocals to kind of keep them sounding more together and solid without getting too thin and brittle. So I think we're almost there. Let's grab some more compression. I'm going to actually grab the Black 1176 this time and see if we can kind of push the low end forward a little bit since we just cut so much.
The Glock hit him right in the top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching the shell. Till the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail.
And so as I was starting to mix this vocal, I was thinking I was going to have to add some saturation, but you can hear as we compress it more, the natural kind of what we picked up as we recorded is really starting to shine through, and we're getting that upper mid-range kind of texture that I wanted from the vocal. So we might need to add some, but we'll see. All right, so we got the upper mid-range, the upper low register kind of controlled. Let's grab another EQ I like. Now this one is a Slate exclusive, man, and that's the Custom Series EQ. I haven't really found an EQ that has a high pass filter that's as smooth as this one. I'm going to show you just how far you can go with this before it starts to sound like thin and unnatural. Watch this.
The Glock hit him right in the top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching the shell. Till the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail.
You can see how much louder the vocal is perceived now that we've rolled off a lot of that low end. I'm still working, but I just wanted you to notice how much louder it seems the vocal is now. I just had to turn it down after we rolled off the low end. And now I feel like the upper mids are poking out a little bit, so I'm going to mess with those too.
The Glock hit him right in the top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching the shell. Till the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail.
Cool. I like the way that's sounding. I think it needs a little bit more compression to kind of round everything out and really hold it all together. So I'm going to go with an LA2A. And we're not going to be doing a whole lot of compression, but we do want to switch this knob to the high frequency because it just changes the way the compressor reacts. And we want to use it more in this way.
The Glock hit him right in the top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching the shell. Till the hours, some demons won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail. Got a beam on the Glock, knock 'em right out of sock. Now I'm knocking, I don't got a bill. Fuck the phone, cause I don't.
Cool. So I think that sounds good. Let's bring our effects back and see how it sits in the mix now with everything and the effects included. Here we go.
The Glock hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching his shell. TDI with some demons, won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail.
All right, cool. So I think the vocal is now just a little bit behind the beat, but that's fine because we need to add one more tool. For that, we're going to do some sidechain compression. So we're going to go to our music bus and we're going to load up the stock compressor that comes included with Pro Tools. And what we're going to do is use the sidechain feature. To set that up, you need to click where this little key is and choose your input. For that, we're going to use our parallel compression bus. Again, if you're using one of my templates, this is already built in for you, so it makes it super easy. If you're not using one of my templates, you just need to route a pecan bus, or better yet, just pick up one of my templates, man. That'll make it simple. So we're gonna first choose our signal. Then we're gonna make sure that we also click on this little key icon, because that's gonna tell the compressor that we want it to work in sidechain mode. Otherwise, it's just gonna compress the beat naturally every single time. But if we're using it as a sidechain, it's only gonna compress when our signal, our compressor, tells it to engage. So our settings down here are going to tell it how to react, but it won't react unless it receives the proper signal from our bus that we send, our parallel compressor. All right, so let's dial in some settings here. I want a pretty quick attack. Let's adjust the knee. Ratio is pretty good. Release is pretty good. The threshold is where we're going to mess with. We're going to start low and work our way up.
The Glock hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching his shell. TDI with some demons, won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail. Got a beam on the Glock, knock him right out of socks. Now I'm knocking, I don't got a bail. The Glock hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching his shell. TDI with some demons, won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail. Got a beam on the Glock, knock him right out of socks. Now I'm knocking, I don't got a bail. Fuck the phone, cause I don't need your help. The Glock hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op.
Cool. So I think we're just about there, man. The track is really starting to sound crazy. It's really getting that Gunna vibe. I'm just missing just a tiny bit of that saturation, right? So I'm going to try. Let's use this one. If you don't have this plugin called Fresh Air, it's completely free from Slate Digital. So go and download that right now. But it's a great tool for adding saturation, specifically in the upper register. So I don't know if I'm going to mess with the high air, but I am going to mess with the mid air. And let's do like 10 and maybe trim it back a dB. And let's hear what it sounds like.
The Glock hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching his shell. TDI with some demons, won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail. Got a beam on the Glock, knock him right out of socks. Now I'm knocking, I don't got a bail. Fuck the phone, cause I don't need your help. While I'm gone, can you catch on my sick?
Yeah. Look, man, that's really the sound that we're after, right? That's how you get that really industry, super crisp, super clean, professional sounding vocal really easily, man. This took us, 10, 15 minutes and we're dialed in. Look, man, these are the tips that I'm giving you guys week in and week out. And if you need a little bit more help, drop me a line down below. My name is Vivi and I'm here for you. Remember, stay humble, make diamonds only. Peace.
22 shots out the Glock, hit him right in his top, now his body look pale. If I catch me a op, I'ma burn me a op. Grab the chop, now he catching his shell. TDI with some demons, won't make it to heaven. Them bullets get hotter than hell. Gotta watch out for niggas, they clocking that nigga. I know that they want me to fail. Wanna know how I know I can tell. You don't really want me to prevail. Got a beam on the Glock, knock him